This is more reliable than me for picking a date of when I can go and travel.
Good morning, everybody. Mock Cherry here, along with our fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. And nothing is more fabulous than Miss Lucy, are you? She does not want to be here. You can see the way her paws extended. I don't want to be here either. Guys, I got bad news for you, but I'm going to tell you. All right, we're going to need some coffee. Coffee up, everybody. Oh my gosh, I made me a decaf iced coffee this morning. All right. So I didn't want to tell anybody. I wanted everybody to have fun for the 4th of July, but I found out on Friday. Okay, so it wasn't a week ago that I turned Mr. Louis's living room into my travel station, travel headquarters. It was amazing. Miss Lucy wants to leave. I should stop right there. I am not saying I am not traveling. I'm just wanting to be honest with you. I'm always trying to be transparent about what's happening. The only thing is I hid this news from you for a week. Hold on, coffee up. All right, so I had these travel brochures all over Mr. Louis's living room, and I had a starting date. July 10th was my last doctor's visit. I'd be done. They'd sign me off, and I get to go. So, y'all know I've been working hard on the van. Today, I think I'll go outside and videotape the van. I got a couple of finishing touches to put on it. Nothing big at all, but the van is ready to go. I have spent so much time working on the van, getting it ready for summer, packing the van, loading the van. I mean, and then I was showing Mr. Louis, how do I plan a trip? I have a starting date. So it's like, okay, July, I was going to do the whole West Coast. August, I was going to go all the way across the Northwest, the North. I wanted to go back to Deadwood, and I have a favorite viewer I wanted to see who lives in the town, which is Coinky Dink. Who do I watch? I watch KBD Productions, Ken Domick. He's a foodie and everything, and he does stealth camping, and he's always going to these fantastic restaurants. You're not going to believe it, in this town called Barrie, Ontario, and it's like that's where one of my viewers is. Perfect. We could hit some of those restaurants up to see if they're really as good as he says. And I'm not saying I'm not traveling. Just bear with me for a second. So I had all this planned, like, okay, and someone wanted to know, how do I plan a trip? All right, so I knew I was going up this coast in July, and how many miles is it? I wanted to get up to Tacoma, Washington. I really wanted to go to Leavenworth, Washington. That's a German village, and it's like I was so excited to get there. All right, so I have 28 days, and I have 1,225 miles to get my butt from San Diego to Tacoma. So that comes out to 44 miles a day. Total doable. Totally. Like if you're doing See the USA on $50 a day or less. I mean, 44 miles. Oh my gosh, in a Prius, that's not even a gallon of gasoline. But in my Sienna, that's 2 gallons of gasoline, so that's $10. Yeah, so I had it all planned, and then, okay, so you get to 28 days, you're traveling 44 miles a day, and then I find the halfway point, so where would be the halfway point? And, I try to put little stops in between. Now, some days I may travel 30 miles, some days maybe 80 miles before there's something interesting that I want to see, but it was all planned out. So, what happened? All right. So I noticed on my body, and I had a doctor's appointment with the surgeon after he did the surgery. I am getting fat on the right side of my body in my stomach. And it's like, why is only the right side of my body fat? That is so weird. It's weird. So when I went in and he punched me all around, I mean, he's like, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Now it really hurts. And this is what? He did that Friday, and I'm into Wednesday. Uh, okay, what it is I'm not gaining weight just on my right side. It's not a weight gain thing. It's called Seroma. And what is Seroma? It's basically a water balloon. I may have one, I may have two water balloons, and I know I have my brilliant nurses out there. So if you can help me figure this out, I will. Um, so it's not bad news. The doctor didn't say I have cancer, my kid died, or anything like that. It's just sad news and it's frustrating news to have a seroma. So it's a water balloon, it's a water pocket, and what I'm hoping for is it doesn't get infected. So the next logical step is to go and get a CAT scan. And, they were hoping that they'd be able to get me in right away for a CAT scan. They cannot. I have to wait a week for a CAT scan. So that is part of the sad news. Meanwhile, as I have this fluid in me, this water in me, we're praying it doesn't get infected. Infection bad. I'm going to tell you what happened for like the CAT scan. The guy scheduling me, maybe I'll put these pictures in at the end. I'm putting a lot of things in at the end. So I know it's hard to follow along, or KBD Productions. If you wanted to start following him, I like his channel. And that's what I'm going to do is like a day, not a day in the life of a stealth camper, but where I'm stealth camping at, where I'm eating. I like that format an awful lot. Okay, so the guy scheduling me for a CAT scan, uh, he, I need contrast, iodine shot into my system. And I don't know if you remember it last month, so I think I'm going to throw these pictures in. And the guy is like, we're going to give you a contrast. And I go, no, I'm allergic to it. That's the iodine, right? And he goes, well, everyone says they're allergic to it. And on my phone, I was messing around with Mr. Louis the last time I was hospitalized, and I had a picture 5 minutes before the contrast, 5 minutes after the contrast, and my face is so bloated. I broke out in hives and everything. And I showed him the picture. So he gets back on the phone and he says, well, no, she's allergic to contrast. And he hangs up the phone. He goes, we got the solution for you. We're going to give you the contrast. But before we do, we're making up a cocktail of Benadryl for you. And I said, did you look at my allergy profile? What am I allergic to? So I know it sounds bad. It's like please look at my patient thing. But you cannot give me Benadryl because I'm allergic to the Benadryl. It's like, oh my gosh. So anyhow, so in a week I go in and we see what's happening with the seroma. And then I wait another week and I do have another doctor's appointment, and they may drain it. So I am weeks. I am months behind my actual travel date. And I feel like saying, just screw it. I'm going. I don't care anymore. I am so tired of this. I am tired of it. But I don't want to be infected, get an infection again, and having to go through all that I've already went through again. So that's one thing. Wait, I had something important to say. Okay, nurses out there, I'm applying heat. I read on the internet like 15 minutes every couple of hours. I'm massaging it so it can be absorbed back into my body. I'm doing whatever I can to mitigate it. I don't know what else to do. I'm just frustrated. So this is not a bad diagnosis. It's not horrible. It's just bad because I wanted to go traveling. I had oh my gosh. I'm stopping at San Luis Obispo for Splash Cafe. I want the little lobster roll. It's like I have all these things planned, and, things aren't happening the way it was. So anyhow, let me talk about attitude. It's like I can choose to react or respond to the situation. And I tell you what, right now I am a deer in the headlights. I'm like, I just can't believe this is happening. I don't want this to happen, but it is happening, whether I like it or not. So am I going to be grumpy and miserable? No. I get to choose my thing. So I'm going to find something else to work on, get to work on it, and try to be as happy as best as I can. Right now, there's not much of a smile on my face about this, but then I feel bad because Mr. Louis was taken off in his van to go camping. And, I told him he can go. Just go. Go without me. I'll be okay. I'll soldier on. I always soldier on. I'm so used to being by myself. But in case there's complications, I've ruined his vacation plans. So life doesn't always turn out the way you want it to, right? I feel bad, but there's nothing I can do about it, really. So write in the comments below. You think I should ditch the doctor's advice and just go traveling, or listen to my doctor? All right. Thanks for listening to me. I appreciate you guys. I am working on Comment Call and the Bluetti video today. So thank you so much. And I really hope to see you down the road. Bye.
All right, so this is the spelling of what I have, Seroma. And this is Ken, who I enjoy his videos. And this is what I'm not doing right now. This is an upcoming video Lucy's starring in. And darn it, I think that hat looks cute. I should buy it. And one of the places I definitely want to go to, and Miss Lucy's new car seat. As usual, I will see you down the road. Bye.